here. You come, you can use the pool, you can listen to us, you can watch. There's many games. Whatever 1 o'clock game is on, we have a 9:30 game on right now. But when you're in this hotel, you got Guy Fieri's got a restaurant here. Bobby Flay's got a restaurant. Gordon Ramsay's got a restaurant. I mean, whatever you want is here.
McCormick and Schmidt's right here, right?
McCormick and Schmidt's
so you know what I'm going to do, Carlin? I'm going to sell Craig Berube, who lost a bet to me. He had the St. Louis Cardinals last night. I took the Phillies, and what a morning it is now with the Phillies just beat the Cardinals. So if the Eagles can beat the Cardinals, we can have a Cardinals sweep.
Guess what? Once you in a couple months, when we like to be back in Arizona.
I know.
That's where the Super Bowl is this year. Okay, let's win today. Let's get to know the locker room, and let's leave a note. Say we'll be back.
What a great morning to wake up. We were all up a little late last night, except for you, Carlin. Carlin texts me, Klemic. He texts me. He says, "You know what? Nola's mowing him down. I'm going to bed. This is a win." I'm like, "How do you go to sleep? It's only 2-0, and anything can happen. I'm hanging on every pitch, and he goes to sleep."
Honestly, I got to get ready for today, and I knew we were going to win. Okay.
I don't know how you did it, but what a great morning to wake up. The Phillies eliminate the St. Louis Cardinals and head to Atlanta. And this whole area is a buzz, and it's great for business when our teams are winning, Carlin.
And I know the local people may not want to hear this, but the people that are here at Harrahs with us, we've got a lot of New Yorkers here.
Yeah,
they're waking up happy too. That their Mets won.
Yep.
We'll give them their kudos that they get. But this is a Phillies day. This is an Eagles day. This is an NFL day.
A big day in football all the way around. I mean, we got the Cowboys and Rams at 4:25. You have the Jets in Miami. Up in New York, up in North Jersey.
Yep.
And, of course, the Giants are playing the Packers right now over in England. Dave, how hard is it to fly over a pond and gear up for a game that's played 9 o'clock, our time, but it's probably, 1 o'clock over there. It's got to be weird.
All right, great point. I want to jump in on that one because any trip that's cross-country, now this is going over to Arizona.
So if you're going west.
Either way, but you think you're sitting in the lap of luxury, you're really not. You're on a chartered flight. Some people own their plane or whatever, but you're going to you're 300 pounds, sit next to a 300 pounder. You're 200 pounds. You don't fit in those seats very well, and you're sitting with your legs cramped up for hours. And
the altitude, right? The altitude's got to be pretty wild.
It does. It affects you 100%. Yeah.
We are pumped up. The Eagles are the only undefeated team left in the NFL, Carlin, and that is pretty cool. Jalen Hurts is quieted his critics.
Yeah, we talked about this. I don't think we need to talk about is he the quarterback of the future. He's telling you right now he's the quarterback of the future. So we can use those draft picks on other stuff that we need. Remember, we have a great offense, we have a great defense, and we have a coaching staff that now it's in their second year. They're understanding what the NFL is all about.
Hey, the NFC, Klemic, looks like it's the toughest division in football. I mean, the Cowboys are 3-1, right? The Giants are 3-1. The Eagles are 4-0. The first time since 2004. And you know what happens in 2004? We went to the Super Bowl, albeit lost to the Patriots, but still a 13-3 record and to the Super Bowl. So things look pretty good for the Eagles so far.
Yeah, and I like Jalen Hurts' attitude about everything. And he had a great quote, which was made famous by Michael Irvin, but he said that we're going to be the thermostat, not the thermometer. Did you hear him say that? And I think that was his, he's been like the NFL's kind of like their breath of, new air and stuff. Him setting the tone like that. He's become a leader after that quote. I believe that set the tone for the whole season.
All-time record, the Eagles are 56, 58-5 against the Cardinals. And that's when the Cardinals were in St. Louis and in Arizona, Mike. So, first time since 2004, they're 4-0. In 2004, they went 8-0 before they lost their first game.
Right.
So.
I don't think this is not a surprise, I would hope, to two of you, right? I mean, we expected to be 4-0. Okay.
Well,
in the first six games,
because the first four games were against teams with
right.
losing records.
We were where we're supposed to be. This is the game that scared me before the season started. If we were going to lose one game out of the first 6 or 7, this was the game that scared me. And Dave, doesn't scare me no more.
Well, Dave, is it true? Can you overlook a team like Cowboys are next on the schedule? Do NFL players at that level, can they look past? I mean, they're human, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. When you're looking at when you're 4-0,
right?
This is how it goes. 4-0, 3 wins, you start to build confidence. 4 wins, you maybe get a little overconfident, and then you can start to go. Jalen Hurts said it, like, let's take it game by game.
Right.
We got to slow it down. Everybody's talking about this in a Super Bowl and this and that. Just slow it down, take it game by game. Yes, it happens all the time.
And you got guys like Jason Kelsey, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham.
Leaders.
These guys are leaders, veterans that have been there, won Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
They know what it takes, right?
Right. And they're going to keep the young guys under control, whether they're traveling to an away game or just a home game. No one's going to get a big head, I don't think, on this team.
Hey, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs. You got to come down here. This is the place to watch the NFL experience, NFL Sunday Splash at the pool at Harrahs. The weather's perfect here. It's unbelievable.
It's 82 degrees.
You go swimming and watch your favorite game. I mean, we get the Giants right now. We're watching the Giants and Packers from over the pond. And we got Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. He'll be coming on at the bottom of the first hour with his keys to the game, brought to you by Brill Pools. And then hour 2, we'll be talking to the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Padula Masonry. Let's talk about Kyler Murray real quick. Carlin, I mean, he just signs a big contract. A little bit of a knock on him about his leadership skills.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of that?
Well, remember what came out that they didn't want it to have it out about he likes to play video games. Remember all that stuff? I mean, I just think
that's how the younger generation.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Stuff came out that really he didn't want to have out, and then they squashed it. But I don't think he has the weapons, especially with Hopkins out. I mean, imagine if we didn't have Brown for the Eagles.
Right.
When you take out your number one receiver, a lot of things just don't go your way. And he doesn't really have a running game. James Conner is good, but he's not great. The tight end is Ertz, is a guy that we got rid of. And I always look at it for a team. Why did you get rid of him? In our mind, we must have thought he was coming down on his production. So I don't really look at this team as an offensive threat. I really don't.
Dave, I mean, you look at we talk about this week in and week out, the NFL turnovers. It's the key. I mean, you win the turnover battle. The Eagles right now are plus 10, but with the they're plus 8 because we've turned the ball over twice. 2
interceptions.
So we forced 10 turnovers, but the plus minus ratio is plus 8. Got to continue that.
Yeah, and that's a coach for realism. He has always preached turnover. So that's a huge one in like the stat battles and stuff. But and you have like a 99% chance to win if you're a +3 in a game. And the neat thing I heard Sal Palantonio talk about earlier, and it was a quote from Coach Vermeil, that if you look at how many completed passes and rush attempts, if you add that up to 60, you have a 90% chance to win.
Is that right?
You know what the Eagles are right now?
What are they?
59 per game.
There you go.
So you have a 90% chance of winning. And the turnover battle, they're winning that. So they're absolutely in position statistically, if they keep doing this, to win.
We're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs here in Atlantic City. We already have people swimming in the pool. It's early in the morning, swimming in the pool, getting ready for the game. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? I've been telling you about it all summer long. You know, when you get those worrisome thoughts that creep in your mind every time you hear of a storm coming, and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road, or if you're away in Florida for the winter, let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869. Or send Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. Come on down to the pool. We're broadcasting live. The locker room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles
always deliver. First Bank of Sea Isle City knows the Jersey Shore. We are local lenders. We use local appraisers and provide in-house processing. We understand the unique obstacles of financing in Cape May County. Don't take a chance. Local banking is better. Let us guide you. First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs in Atlantic City for the NFL Sunday Splash, the NFL Experience. This is the place to be. Mike Carlin, Dave Klemic here in Atlantic City, and we're getting you pumped up for Eagles football, the NFL actually, the whole
all day.
We got 30 over 30. Eagles got over 30 TVs here, 2 big giant screen TVs, and of course they have that famous tailgate buffet. With food's excellent. Food's unbelievable. This is the place to be.
I didn't know what to eat. There was so much on there that I wanted to eat.
I want to remind people the Locker Room and Blitz's Market want to discount your Eagles game day meal during the Eagles season. On game day, get a turkey or Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the Locker Room. Get down to Blitz's all season long at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Blitz's now has online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. And of course, Dave and Joe Newman do a great job down there. They're big Eagles fans. I'll tell you what, guys, a little sluggish today. I was up all night watching the Phillies. I mean, you know, we
it's not a problem staying up when they win, right?
No, and I know the celebration. Have you ever been part of a celebration, Dave? In like
yeah,
not at the pro
like that.
not at the pro level, right?
Not like that, but you know, you're I can see why your fans, especially Philly fans who are typically haters, and they're like that, you know. But once they get behind you, they're crazy.
Right.
So, but it takes them a while to warm up to it.
I was pumped, Carlin.
It was exciting.
With every win the Eagles get, you could feel the momentum build. You know what I mean? And you know, when winning is contagious, just like losing is contagious, right? I mean, when you're winning, you find ways to win.
Well, you step on the field knowing that you're going to win.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
There's a big difference between stepping on the field saying, "Hey, we got this game," then, "Oh man, we got a tough one coming up." You don't want that in your head at all.
Yeah. Somebody said the best. You're playing not to lose means you're playing tight.
Yeah.
And you tighten up and you just try not to make mistakes. But in the meantime, you're focusing on mistakes. And when you're starting to win and you got a little breathing room, you start to go, let me try to make a play. Let me focus on making a play. I'll catch the ball, make some yards after the catch. Rookies tend to get tightened up like that. If they could get through it and play with enough swag, they can start to play really well.
You know, when Bryce Harper hit that home run, was it the first or second
inning?
For second inning, he hits that home run. You get a big play from one of your big players. Same thing with the Eagles, like when Hassan Reddick or Fletcher Cox or someone like that
big sack
makes a big play. Like Carlin, you were calling for Reddick a couple of weeks ago. Like he was after game one, remember he was
quiet.
Yeah, but people were getting on him a little bit. Yeah. Like, what do we sign here? And then all of a sudden you said, watch out, here comes. And sure enough, there he goes. And he makes a play.
And just like going back to the Phillies game last night, our leader all along, we all know who our leader was, Harper, okay? And did we push him back maybe a little too fast? Maybe. But guess what? Now when the money's on the line, who steps through as the leader? Harper. And that first home run just kick-started the whole rest of the game.
I mean, I was jumping out of my seat. I mean, I'm sure every Philly fan was doing the same thing. Just like when Jalen Hurts makes a big play. I mean, all three of our wide receivers, Quez Watkins, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith, they all have plays over 45 yards. The only team in the league to do that.
And the quarterback,
as a receiver, that's big stuff.
I've been saying how balanced they are right now. They have threats at 3 different ways, and then Miles Sanders is running the ball so well, and Jalen Hurts is a run threat. There's nobody on the field. Dallas Goedert's playing great. They're the biggest threat in the NFL right now. Everyone's scared of them on the schedule, and it's and you know the Eagles fans, they're educated fans too, and they're getting it now, and they see Jalen Hurts grow. And they see that team getting that confidence together. You know, now everyone's on board.
The only thing I'd like to see moving forward, and I believe Josh brought this up maybe a week ago, where there's been times where almost at halftime we knew we had this game. In the second half, we scored like no points.
Right.
Okay. There's going to come a day where a team's going to come back where we have to score. Like I want that killer acting. Like even though we're winning at halftime, I want to start the third quarter and I want to keep on top of him and getting more points kind of thing.
By the way, A.J. Brown he's only third behind Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs for the most yards in the season so far. So most receiving yards. He had 404 yards after 4 games. That's pretty cool.
That's great. He's
worth
one
his
of the
money
leaders.
We paid him, right?
Yeah, 100%. And I didn't know this, but you know that they were Jalen Hurts and they were friends.
Yeah. They've been good friends.
So they try to go to the same school together, and it's neat that they have that type of relationship. And it's just you're seeing it manifest itself on the field.
Hey, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs here in Atlantic City. This is the place to be for the NFL experience, NFL Sunday Splash. Of course, we're getting you ready for Eagles football, but right now we're watching the Giants and the Packers, and right now the Packers are up 10-3 as they're playing in London. Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Nice. Hey, you know the one thing about the Eagles, going back to Hurts, you think about what Lance Johnson has done for him to not have to worry about. He has not given up a sack since 2020, the 11th game in.
Wow.
I mean, think about that.
Wow.
When you're a quarterback,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. When you're a quarterback and you're thinking, hey, I know on my left side is covered, I don't have to worry about it. That changes your whole aspect.
He hasn't given up a sack, they're saying, since week 11, 2020. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. We're broadcasting live here at the pool. You got to come on down. This is the place to be. We'll be here all afternoon. There's all the games, every single game, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock game will be on all the televisions. Come on down. They got great food. The food is excellent. The bars. We got Bobby Flay, right?
You got Bobby Flay. You have Guy Fieri. You have Gordon Ramsay. I mean, every restaurant that you want is here. The bars are open. The betting, the sports books is open. This is a one-stop shopping right here. Just come in and have a good time.
All right, well, when we come back, we're going to be talking to Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson for his keys to the game, brought to you by Brill Pools. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the Mainline, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli mid-size sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the Mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like-new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the Mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Dave Klemic, live from the pool at Harrahs on 97.3 ESPN.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. It's a big AFC West battle to wrap up Week 5 when Patrick Mahomes and the 3-1 Kansas City Chiefs take on Derek Carr and the 1-3 Las Vegas Raiders. Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner and I will bring you all the action from Rockin' Arrowhead in Kansas City. Join us on Monday Night Football.
Listen to Monday Night Football on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 7:30.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Reds. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or Red'sJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000.
Under 2 minutes.
So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
It's alive! It's alive! Sir, he's trying to speak.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Yes, one time down.
1 minute.
At Springfield Mitsubishi in Atlantic City. Even the new Outlanders with third row seating.
Credit amnesty.
Yes, if you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit. 25 grand with only one dime down.
Hey, now this is a Halloween party. Woohoo!
Every vehicle, one dime down.
8 dozen vehicles in stock now. And you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Beat that.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
30 seconds. Get your headsets
Service for all
on.
makes and models. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
Oh, this is good dip. That's not dip.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4 dime down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR.
Grayson's in the StreamYard.
Embark on a journey of romance this season at Banana Republic Factory with 50% off everything. Discover elegant tailoring, timeless outerwear, fall fabrics, and beyond, starting at $24.99. Find your nearest store or shop online only at Banana Republic Factory.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs in Atlantic City for the NFL Experience. It's the Eagles pregame show right here on 97.3 ESPN, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Blake Carlin, Dave Klemic for this today. And, of course, every Sunday we get the keys to the game when we talk to Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. And last week he was in Phoenix. We're Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
We're going to find out where he is. Where is he today?
He may have just stayed out there.
Yeah, right. Let's get the keys to the game with Scott Grayson, sponsored by Van Brill Pools and Spas. They have been installing custom vinyl pools for over 40 years. Give them a call at 1-800-355-POOL or visit vanbrillpools.com. Stay cool at a Van Brill Pool. Ask for Mike Van Brill and tell him the Locker Room sent you. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the Locker Room, Scott Grayson. Good morning, Scott.
Yeah, good morning. I should have stayed out there. It definitely would have been much better weather.
You have to come down to the pool here, Scott.
Yeah,
this is unbelievable. It's beautiful in here. It's like, what,
82 degrees.
82 degrees. We got a little breeze.
Yeah, it
blowing
sounds like
in.
a good time. Right. And now that you guys are there, I'm sure the crowds are just ushering through the doors.
Yeah, actually, people starting to come in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Scott, 4-0, man. First time since 2004. And you know what? The Phillies win in dramatic fashion last night. Let's see if the Eagles can beat these Cardinals.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what I'm seeing here is a lot of the vibe of, the Super Bowl year. I saw videos of people on planes where they just took over planes. on the way out to Arizona, chanting, "Fly Eagles Fly" and doing the fight song and all that. That's the way it was back in 2017. If you remember, they took over the Chargers Stadium. Back then when they were playing in that soccer stadium, and everywhere they went, you heard those Eagles fans, and it's really starting to be that way. In Arizona, we've known. I went to Arizona State back when they played at Sun Devil Stadium. Every week was a home game for the visiting team, with the way that fans traveled back then. And Eagles fans are really starting to get out there and start to take around. Credit to these fans, what a fan base it is. And look, the players notice, they hear that stuff, they feel that. And my only concern this week was we're really going to see the level of focus that Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni preach to this team and how much they all buy into what those two are saying, because this could be a trap game. I mean, this is the fear that I have, is that this could be a trap game, as they all, think they're going out there. It's going to be great. The sun, we beat the Cardinals. We come back home on the plane. Good trip, great. And we've got the Cowboys, and that's the thing they're looking at. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I really do think this team is focused on the week-by-week mentality, and so I expect that they're going to win this game. But that's my one fear, is that they could let that creep in and let this become a trap game.
Yeah, we have former Kansas City Chief Dave Klemic with us here, and we were talking that before we brought you up, that could this team possibly look forward to the Cowboys, which is a Sunday night game, which is going to be a national television, right? But what Carlin said too is, like, you got guys like Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Jason Kelsey, and even Jalen Hurts in a certain way, who's turned into a really good leader to keep everybody focused, because that's the job. Like, the coaches can do it, but it's got to come from within.
It does, and you're absolutely right about that. I think Sirianni can do that to an extent, but the rest of the leadership crew on this team has to be preaching that message throughout the week. And you're right, the guys who've been there before, who've won the Super Bowl, who have the ring, and then a Jalen Hurts who's just been steady in every bit of adversity. Early in that game against the Jaguars, right? We saw him, fall behind, and you ask the question, well, oh great, they're down 14-0. What's the demeanor? What's the makeup of this team going to be like? Are they going to panic? Are they going to stay steady and realize there's a lot of football to play, and they're going to be just fine? And that's what they did. And so I think you're right. I think the leadership on this team needs to be preaching that message, and that needs to be what really leads them to victory today, and as well as their play on the field. Look, they dodged some major injuries last week. I mean, it hurts having Jake Elliott out today. You got Dicker the kicker, and we can all have fun with that. But you got Jordan Mailata missing today. That's going to hurt, but I think it's the right choice not to play him. He's more valuable to you throughout the rest of the season. You're going to need him then. Other than that, I mean, getting Slay back, missing Avonte Maddox is going to hurt a little bit, but having Slay back will be good on that back end. And frankly, I'm just curious to see how well they handle Kyler Murray, because he will make mistakes if you allow him to. And I think they're going to have the opportunity to force him into some bad choices.
Absolutely. Scott, it's Mike. So when I was looking at this game this week and just going over a couple things, there were things that I really saw before the season started. This was a game that I had circled that I had some questions about. And it mostly came down to Tyler Murray. Okay, he's a good ball player. But he doesn't really have anything from what I see. With Hopkins out, and, James Conner's a good running back, but he doesn't scare me. Like, I don't see anybody on this team that scares me. And then when I really dug into some points on this, they're ranked 30th in passing yards. So I think the only way that Murray's going to beat us is it's going to be him running, getting out of the pocket, and he picks up 10 yards, picks up 15 yards, whatever. But I always look at it, the better team should always win, whether you're home or away. They're an average team to me right now. And I believe we're above average team, if not one of the best teams in the league. And that's not just being an Eagles fan. But this is a game I think you go and you make a statement. It's an away game. And this game literally, in my mind, should be over by halftime. But I'd like to see the second half. I'd like to see some more. Because in the past, in the second half, we pretty much have come off the gas. And
they took their foot off the accelerator.
Yeah, I mean, we really haven't done anything. But this is the kind of game that could get out of hand in my mind. You there?
You there, Scott? I kind of zonked out. I was going to say, too, we're talking with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, and, of course, Hassan Reddick, who was drafted by the Cardinals. He's headed back to where he was drafted. Does that come into play? You think he wants to show up the team that he moved on from? I guess we're having.
Yeah, I think we lost Scott.
Well, what do you think, Dave?
So-
I mean, do you think that you try a little extra harder?
I would. I mean, like just the fact that you go back to the fan base where they're probably going to cheer you on. You even have family there. You have teammates that you're going to want to play, and it makes a difference. It's all there's humans. They're not just like a robot that's playing football. They're humans. They have emotions, and they come up a lot. So you're right.
Hassan Reddick leads the NFL in strip sacks. He's got 3 of them, and so I mean, he's playing pretty well. James Bradbury and Darius Slay are tied for the team high in interceptions at 2. So defensively, they're getting after the ball.
Yeah, you know what I was going to say about the interceptions, and the interceptions come from pressure on a quarterback. And the problem with this week, and I was going to ask Scott this, was how much do you pursue Kyler Murray? Because if you over pursue or you just speed rush him or blitz him, he makes you pay with running up the middle. He's very, very elusive. He could have been a running back in the NFL, actually. So that was going to be my question to Scott, but maybe I'll leave it to you guys.
I don't know. We're having a hard time connecting. We're on the StreamYard here. We're broadcasting live on my YouTube channel.
He's trying to reconnect.
Locker Room with Billy Schweim, and we're talking with Scott Grayson, sports anchor from Fox 29 News. We get the keys to the game every Sunday, sponsored by Brill Pools. Scott, you there?
He's trying to reconnect. Okay. You got to keep talking.
All right. So Mike Carlin, the Kyler Murray, we talked about his leadership.
Yeah.
Lack thereof. I mean, he's.
I think that's the key word. I think I think last year there was a true leadership. I think this year there could be questions, and whenever there's questions, the questions could get bigger and bigger and bigger.
What do you think, Dave? I mean, you've been in huddles, NFL huddles with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Talk to us about leadership.
Yeah, the leadership's a huge deal. And so out of the receiving core right now, the number one right now is Marquise Brown, right?
We got Scott back.
He's recently arrested for driving 126 miles per hour. That's the leadership that you have. I mean, that's a criminal. Right. But I don't like that type of leadership. If D-Hop was still in the huddle, he's an experienced guy. Right. So at least from the receiving standpoint, I don't know. I don't like him being as the number one. It's a bad influence on the rest of the receivers. I'm biased.
I think we got Grayson back. Grayson, let's get your keys to the game for another victory for the Eagles today. 4:25 start out in Glendale, Arizona.
Yeah, I think Mike hit on it a little bit there right before I lost that some of what I was thinking was really, I think they need to come out, put the foot down, and step on this team early. Score early and take the lead and put the Cardinals from behind. Make them have to beat you through the air, which, as Mike pointed out, shouldn't really happen. I think Kyler Murray, we heard it, right, all along. He can make mistakes if he doesn't study, right? Remember his contract and that whole line about he needed to be studying X amount of hours a week? That tells you he doesn't prepare well. And I think Jonathan Gannon has shown that he does, in fact, have a playbook that can confuse quarterbacks, as we saw with Trevor Lawrence. And I think that's going to be a big key today. Confuse Kyler Murray, make him make mistakes, and get up on the team early, as I said. And the last key to me is don't let those penalties beat you. Don't turn it over. The only way the Eagles lose this game is if they beat themselves, in my opinion. Lack of focus leads to more mistakes, which would be penalties and turnovers. So, again, focus is a big key today as well.
All right, Grayson, give us your score for the Eagles-Cardinals out there in Glendale, Arizona.
I'm looking for another win, a double-digit victory here. Until they lose, I'm not picking against this team. I love them. I love their makeup. I love their demeanor. I love the leadership on this team. I picked the Eagles to win today, 34-17.
34-17. Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. As always, Scott, we really appreciate it. Let's go, Birds.
You got it. Sounds good. Enjoy the pool.
All right. Yeah, we will. All right. Thank you. There's Scott Grayson with the keys to the game, sponsored by Brill Pools and Spas. They've been installing custom vinyl pools for over 40 years. Give them a call at 1-800-355-POOL or visit vanbrillpools.com. Stay cool. And at Van Brill Pool, ask for Mike Van Brill. Tell them the locker room sent you. I want to remind people that the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. Of course, Carlin, he had a Jersey Man, Philly Man gala here at the pool, and it was.
You said it was something. Yeah,
it was great.
Unfortunately, I missed that.
Yeah. All right, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs for the NFL Sunday Splash. Come on down, be a part of it. It's a great place to watch all the games. Over 30 big screen TVs, and they have a great tailgate buffet. You don't want to miss it. Come on down. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Dave Klemic, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday, Cardinals, Philly. Who wins? Eagles and Cardinals. Cardinals, Phillies. We'll break both of those games down right here on the Sports Bash. Plus, football at 4. Johnny Mack, Mike McGarry, and more. It's a Cardinal Philadelphia weekend, and we're breaking it all down Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hey there, golfers. It's Pete Thompson. Are you the straightest player off the tee in your foursome, or do you struggle with nagging back pain from playing golf? Then Aaron Beta's Golf and Sports Performance Club is definitely a place you want to check out. They offer the latest TrackMan technologies, golf simulators, combined with massage therapy, assisted stretching, and sport-specific training. It will help your game.
Hi, I'm Aaron Beta. Pete's right. Come visit the club in Summers Point. Call 609-788-4661 or gsfitness.com for your free assessment.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated.
2 minutes.
Be local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
It's spooky. It's scary. It's keeping you up at night. It's your car in your garage. Get to Matt Blatt Kia. They'll take any trade in any condition, even if you owe more than your trade is worth. Matt Blatt Kia wants to get you released. Plus, if you have a job clearing $350 weekly, we finance your future, not your past. At Matt Blatt Kia, you're virtually approved. Don't see your new Kia on the lot? Doesn't mean you can't be driving it home tomorrow. Hundreds of new and certified Kias in stock are on the way with 0 down and 0 payments
under a minute.
Days with peace of mind. Matt Blatt Kia's exclusive 4-day love it or leave it return policy.
It's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia.
On approved credit plus applicable taxes and fees. See dealer for details. Not all will qualify. Deferred payment through TFCU. Interest accrues from date of sale. Offers don't combine. Go to mattblattkianj.com for complete details. Matt Blatt Kia, 6211 Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township, and now on Route 37 in Toms River.
30 seconds.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of a Samsung bespoke laundry set, washing and drying a full load in under an hour, making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. Save up to $1,052 on a new Samsung bespoke laundry set at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid September 29th through October 19th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here at the pool at Harrahs in Atlantic City for the NFL Sunday Splash. This is the place to be to watch all your NFL games on over 30 big screen TVs and 2 gigantic screens on either end of the pool. Like Carlin, this is where.
So you can come in here, you can swim, you can eat, you can drink, you can gamble. This is it. And you know what's great about this NFL experience here at Harrahs? You're starting to see people come in from all over.
Yeah, we got a Raiders fan.
I saw a Raiders fan. Not only did he have the hat, but he had a backpack.
There he is.
He had a backpack. And then you see there's Eagles fans. There's Giants just scored.
And we heard a big cheer from Giants fans.
So there's a little bit of everything going on right now.
That might be one of our ticket winners, Bob.
So Philadelphia's won 7 straight regular season games started by Jalen Hurts, which is the longest active streak among NFL QBs. Only Patrick Mahomes has produced a higher quarterback winning percentage than Hurts. And that's pretty cool there, Dave Klemic. I mean, come on, he's our quarterback.
I mean, I've been biased to like him for a while because I've known one of my coaches coached him, and they're like, he's got all these intangibles that are going to be great in the quarterback position, and he's super athletic. He'll adapt. So I've kind of had my eye
So
on
let me
him
ask
for a
you.
while.
So last year, leading up to this year, when people were all questioning his ability, his knowledge to, take that next step, were you were a firm believer that he would be able to do that?
Firm believer. There's a few reasons I have for that. I always think the devout Christian guys are really good at, they're very focused. Okay, they don't get involved in the mess. They don't listen to the hype. They don't fall for it.
All that static outside.
They have a better, a bigger, goal. And then on top of that, the kid can run. He can squat 700 pounds.
Yeah, did you see that, Carlin? I mean, they've been playing a lot of that video where he's like, what was it, 680 700 pounds?
He does it in the weight room. He does it on the field, and then he's able to adapt. He adapts really, really well in everything. When he was at Alabama, when he was at Oklahoma, and he just can adapt to anything. Now, if you put a guy with that type of focus, and now he's a leader with a young guy with some swag, it's a big trouble. It's a lot of trouble.
Hey, Carlin, Shane Steichen, the offensive coordinator, last year Sirianni was calling the plays, and then second half of the season, Steichen took over. Now, Philadelphia's averaged 28.8 points per game, 4th in the NFL.
Guess what? If you're the defense, how do you stop this team?
Right.
Do we stop the run? No. Do we stop the passing? No. They have a complete team now that every game, if they're really good on the run defense, okay, we're going to beat you in the air. If you're really good with in the air, then we're going to beat you on the ground. So, I mean, we're in a good situation with this team. The best part, we've gone through now 4 games. No one's got hurt, really, for the most part. It's not
Mulata's out. Of course, Jake Elliott's out.
But there's guys.
Avante Maddox.
What's great about it, what I meant by that, a follow-up, is we have guys that can come in off the bench.
They got depth.
There's other teams out there that are really hurting that are missing some key guys.
Depth is a big component in winning. I mean, you have to have. Remember in 2017, it was the next guy up, man. Remember the dog masks they wore? The next guy up mentality? Yeah. I mean, that was like...
Nick Foles won the Super Bowl for him.
Right. Well, when you have when the second stringers come in and perform well, it just gives the rest of the team confidence that it's a well-oiled machine, man. You keep going.
Yeah, no, it's a great point, and they have depth. Even at the starter position, though, because sometimes you have someone that shines so much, like Terrell Owens used to, whatever. But then who are the other guys? Like if he wasn't catching the ball, and then he's got an attitude, these guys are gelling pretty darn well. And I like where they're at with the balance and that depth within even the starters, because then you don't have to give one person the ball a million times. That person's eventually going to get hurt.
Again, getting back to Hurts of being a quarterback, remember where he came from. He came from a team, Alabama and then Oklahoma, where if they lost one game, it was a big deal.
Right.
Okay. He's used to winning. When you get that mentality he knows what it's like to not get too ahead, not get too crazy, take one game at a time. But he's showing you why he is who he is. He's a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been here. No game's too big for him. I know they'd make a big deal, but you get to the championship or the Super Bowl and all that. When you play in the championship for college in the Final Four, it's got to be just as big. It's just as much media, it's just as much focus on you.
Well, you alluded to this, Dave. The outside noise, the outside chatter. I mean, going out the club when you're winning, you walk into a place, people buying you dinner, right? Buying you drinks. you're smelling yourself, right? I mean, is that what you're talking about? Him staying away from all that stuff?
Yeah, and you remember in Rocky when he started to win, and then he started to get the Porsche and the Corvette, and then then he's starting to lose his edge.
Right.
And I think when you get too involved in the hype, yes, you get. So I'm making a Philly reference there, but it is, and those guys that are the devout, Christian guys, they don't fall for the hype, and they don't get overhyped. If you look how soft spoken Jalen Hurts is, and as good as he's doing, and I watched him on with the Mannings, they were interviewing him. He was just he was so even keel the whole time, and he's not super emotional when he does bad. He's not super emotional when he does good. He's right there, and he's become a tremendous leader.
Hey, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs here in AC. People are starting to mosey on in, and they're chilling out, getting ready to watch the NFL today here, the NFL experience, the NFL Sunday Splash here at Harrahs, the pool at Harrahs. This is the place to be, Carlin.
Yep, I see him setting up the buffet upstairs. I mean, this definitely is the place to be. It's 82 degrees. The water's 82. You have bars. You have restaurants. You can bet, sports book. I mean, everything is right here under one roof. It's beautiful.
Last time we were here, they brought us out the Bobby Flay burgers.
Like
you had it. What did
the
you
veggie
have?
burger?
You had the veggie burger.
Yeah. My wife's a clinical nutritionist. I'm not allowed.
So clinic, you put on a clinic at the clinic. Dave Klemic at the clinic. Dave, tell us what you do. You have a business where you train athletes.
Yeah. So we take the athletes, we do gait analysis and movement analysis, and we look at how we can create an edge to make them a better athlete, and then we quantify athleticism, and then we improve it through the processes of hypertrophy and bilateral symmetry. Then we
what did he say?
And then we exit gait, and you'll see about a 22% gain on these test scores that are like where you purely get athleticism. NFL does it. NFL measures catch radius or effective range radius to see if you can make a transition to the next level.
So
if you're a guy from 1AA Northeastern, can you play with the guys from Alabama? Yes or no.
Let me ask you: is there an age that you're looking for? Like how young did he start, and how old does he go?
Typically, it's as soon as you're mature enough to not have your parents drop you off. I'd say that's
so it's not daycare.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, and you're there, and it's probably better if you really want to be there. The parents aren't pushing you like you want to improve. It's got to be in your head. Too.
Yeah. Once you start using language like I just used right there, we don't have a ton of little kids unless they're related to me. But with the older kid,
is it junior high or high school?
Yeah, about you want to start about 10 to 12 years old, depending on maturity. And then when you're starting, you want to do a pre-puberty because of neuroplasticity at that age.
A lot of quarterbacks let's face it, the NFL is a 365-day job. I mean, you're working. It's not like it used to be. You got to work out all year round.
So here's the schedule.
You got to come in shape.
Yeah, you have OTAs. Well, first of all, you have workouts, and you get paid to work out. And then you have OTAs.
Right.
Who knows what OTA stands for? Organized team activity, right? A lot of people didn't know that. Organized team activity. So it's not, there's no coaches there supposedly, because by the collective bargaining, you can't have coaches there. So you're working out. All right. And then you're working out together. Then you're throwing the ball with your quarterbacks. Then you have, that goes all the way till about the end of June. You have about 3 weeks off, and then you're back to training camp. And then you're off. Your season's a marathon. It's 3 preseason games. It used to be 4, 17 games, then the playoffs. So there's not a lot of time off.
So you sent me a text message. You were one of 4 or 5 people to ever want to run a
hard break coming.
At the time I did it, I was in the top 10 of people that I did.
4.3, Carlin.
Sub 4.3, but it was one of the only ones ever tested under electronic 4.3 by combine standards.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs here in Atlantic City for the NFL Sunday Splash. Come on down, over 30 big screen TVs, 2 gigantic screens on either end of the pool. They've got the
45.
tailgate buffet. Come on down. This is the place to be. The pool at Harrahs in Atlantic City. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Dave Klemic, broadcasting live here. We got our Raiders fan in the pool.
He's got a football.
He's throwing a football there. And
we got Giants
30
fans,
seconds.
Eagles fans, we got Baltimore fans. This is an NFL experience right here.
All right. Hour 2. We're going to talk fantasy football with Brian Hartley at the bottom of the hour. We'll continue here
15.
at the pool at Harrahs. It's a locker room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Dave Klemic.
10.
Right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles continue the 2022 season today in Arizona against the Cardinals.
He's firing, and it is intercepted! Eagles pick it off!
Pre-game coverage starts at 3 p.m. with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station.
It's alive! It's alive!
Sir, he's trying to speak.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime!
Yes, one dime down at Springfield Mitsubishi in Atlantic City. Even the new Outlanders with third row seating.
Credit amnesty.
Yes, if you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credits. 25 grand with only one dime down.
Hey, now this is a Halloween party. Woo-hoo!
Every vehicle, one dime down.
Acres of vehicles in stock now. And you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Beat that.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
Day service, all makes and models. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Oh, this is good dip.
That's not dip.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4 dime down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR plus tax act title to qualified buyers.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of craft ice from a new LG refrigerator, cooling your drink to perfection. Making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. Save up to $1,212 on this exclusive LG kitchen package with craft ice at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid September 29th through October 19th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing. I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Can I get the sales projections for the Springfield, Bristol, and Fairview stores?
Val's Froyo Palace is dishing out 3 more locations.
Jody, have you lined up interviews?
They need 3 new store managers before they have a meltdown.
And remember, they need at least 5 years experience.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
A town square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is 97.3 ESPN, home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
He is hit! He stumbles! He's down!
WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City.
Red 83!
Open here, fly Eagles fly, then you.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. It'll blow, it'll high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
We are back here at the pool at Harrahs in Atlantic City for the locker room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, and Dave Klemic, former Kansas City Chief. Hey, the pool's
it's starting to get crowded.
We got a football game going on in the pool.
Yeah.
Right now, the Green Bay Packers are up on the Giants. And how about the NFC East, guys? We're talking Eagles football here today on a great Sunday morning. We wake up, the Philadelphia Phillies eliminate the St. Louis Cardinals. Now it's the Eagles' turn to beat the Arizona Cardinals today, Carlin.
Yep. And like you said, getting back to our division, I would love to see Green Bay beat these Chargers today. Just another
the Giants.
Yeah, beat the Giants. Just another win. But we have Dallas next week, and
it's good you brought that up too, because I'm looking at the schedule. We have the Cardinals today, the Cowboys, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers before we get that bye.
Yeah,
and possibly, hypothetically, we could possibly be going into the bye undefeated.
Remember, we were talking about the quarterbacks on the schedule for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
who really scares you other than Green Bay on that schedule? And I you don't want to look too far ahead, but when you go
you get
down,
the Packers, the Titans, the Cowboys, they're the only ones that really have quarterbacks that really
3 games.
3 games.
As of right now, and this is weird. I don't want to look too far ahead either.
Sure.
But we're the favorite on the schedule the rest of the year out. Right now at this point.
So I'm looking at the rankings. And by the way, the Eagles have never won in Glendale, Arizona. They're 0-5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they're
at the new stadium.
Yeah, the new stadium, and they're 0-1 in the playoffs there. So they have never won there. Does that?
No, from a player standpoint, not at all. They don't care.
What happened last year is last year, right?
They don't even care about the stadium.
So that's just for the media people, right? People like us, right? To get all hyped up and stuff.
Is the days of going, like the Eagles got out there maybe a day or two ahead of time, are the days of going out and having dinner without teammates, like, can still party, or is it you fly in, you go right to the hotel, and it's all structured? This is where you're going to eat. This is a little bit of time with your family. But there's no going out.
Okay, I had a different experience than most teams, because I've heard other people go, all right, well, this is what Coach Vermeil does, and he trusts you a lot, and he's going to give you the trust. A lot of teams, they lock you right down.
Okay.
In college, you're complete lockdown. But I remember we would go out to, one of my favorite trips was to Seattle. They hadn't even built the new stadium yet. We were playing at the college stadium, and we went out in Seattle, and that was like downtown, and I saw some of their players downtown. It was pretty cool. We were hanging out in Nike Town and this and that. And I think that you can't get in too much trouble at that time. They have a curfew for you. But they have to go out early because you don't want the jet lag, or you don't want to be in a situation where guys are just legs are tight.
Well, talk to us about jet lag. I mean, how's that affect you because of the obviously the time change, right?
Yeah.
But does it make you sluggish?
Yeah. So there's some science and data behind that, how that affects your performance. So they keep you out there early enough so that it doesn't affect your performance.
Right.
But it's weird when you're when you're sitting in a plane and you lose a day of preparation. That's why, I mean, if you're going a short trip, no big deal, but you actually lose a day of preparation. On my schedule, always would say travel day. So if you're on if it's a long trip, say we're going to St. Louis or we're going to, Dallas, no big deal. That doesn't say travel day. It's like travel, but on a cross-country trip, travel day. And that's all your preparation for that day is gone.
Carlin, we look at the rankings. Eagles total offense, they rank number 2 in the NFL, and the Cardinals are 14. Rush offense, we're number 5. They're number 15. Pass offense, we're number 6. They're number 15. So you look at all these rankings down the line.
They're an average team.
They're an average team.
They're an average team.
I would say, average team, and we're above average.
Exactly.
But
we're
on any
on
given,
defense,
you were saying
offense.
this earlier, but on any, I don't like the way that we should beat them, but on any given day in
anything
the
can
NFL,
happen.
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Correct. But this is also, I would hope that we're taking one game at a time. We've talked about the experience that we have in the locker room. This is one of those games. We're talking about Dallas. They're not talking about Dallas. Okay. I don't really, truly, I would hope that they're not even thinking about that. They're thinking of going to Arizona, getting a win. And once we get on that plane coming home, Then we start talking about Dallas.
See, it's not a trap game for them. They got Seattle next week and then New Orleans at home the following week. So it's not like we have our arch enemy, our nemesis, the Dallas
build
Cowboys,
it up too.
right? I mean, the fans get all worked up here in this area because the Cowboys are our arch enemy.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be a fan invested thing, because if you're a player, like our big thing was Raiders Week. There was it wasn't like a high school, like where you're like, well, I have rivals of these guys are from everywhere. They're showing up and doing their job, but the fans are highly invested in. And sometimes your ownership, like, Lamar Hunt would come down and tell us stories about Al Davis and how much he hates him.
Like the tradition,
and they had rivalries that started like that, and the cities don't like each other. But as far as the players go, that's more of a job.
But does that wear off on the players feel that? I mean, the pressure from the fan base?
In the interviews, but I promise you they're not thinking about it.
I was just going to ask you guys really quick, because you mentioned that it's more of a fan thing than a player thing. Billy, you call the Cowboys the arch nemesis.
Yeah.
But are they really?
I think for the fan base they are.
For the fans.
Yeah.
Because the Giants are 90 minutes away, basically, from the Eagles.
Yeah, but the Giants have. I mean, remember the Cowboys. They had like the America's team, the moniker, the America's team, the big star, all the championships they won so many years ago.
They talk about it.
They talk like you know what I mean. Like every time you have an argument with somebody, it's like, oh, we have 3 rings. Yeah, I think the Giants. I mean, they've had their Super Bowls, yes, but it's different because they were not America's team. You know what I mean?
Right, but like for example, when I go to different parts of the country, meet fans from other parts of the country, they hate the Cowboys too.
Yeah.
So it's not an Eagles exclusive. So it's like, can the Cowboys really be your arch nemesis if everybody else hates them too? Like, you're not the only one who hates them.
Well, remember when the season started, no one was talking about the Washington. No one was talking about the Giants.
No.
We were all talking about who's going to win it, us or Dallas, Dallas or us.
Right.
That's what I think at the end. That's what.
Carlin, aren't you shocked that the Giants are 3-1? I mean, who would have thought?
I didn't expect it, but I don't think the Giants. I really don't think the Giants are that good. I really don't.
Well, they got Saquon Barkley.
Well, they got the uplift of a new coach who's a competent individual, not a buffoon like the last guy was.
Oh, man. Hey, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs right here in Atlantic City. Come on down, man. It's the place to be. 30 big screen TVs, 2 gigantic screens on either end of the pool. Plus, they have the full buffet tailgate for pregame and halftime for both 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games. This is the place to be. You can come down, swim. You can hang in the pool while you're watching the game, Carlin.
Yeah, you can have a drink.
You can gamble.
The ball, you can gamble.
The casino's right here.
You can do everything under the roof right now.
Come on down. We're at the pool. We'll be here all afternoon watching the games. We're broadcasting live until 12 noon. And then, of course, the NFL starts at 1. The Eagles at 4:25. Carl, you like the 4:25 game? You like the 1 o'clock game? What do you like?
I like the 1 o'clock game.
You like the 1 o'clock game?
I'm used to the
Why
1 o'clock
is that?
game.
Just because you're used to it, I guess? Or?
Yeah, I guess I'm used to it. And, I don't want my whole day to be thinking, like, once the 1 o'clock, I know in the morning I wake up, I know what I'm going to do, and I get ready for the game.
So I like
4 o'clock, I'm running around. And
yeah, I kind of like the 4 o'clock game for the simple reason that you get everything out of the way, right? And then you can have your dinner, you can have everything like focused around the football game. As a player, Dave, does it bother you guys?
I think this is going to sound crazy, but like your body performs best at about 11 to 1 to start. So when you're playing games at that time, I don't know if they do that on purpose, but I know you perform your best at that time, and you start to get more sluggish later in the day, later at 4 o'clock. So the players are perform better at that time. But as a fan, which all I am is now, I like to just go on my deck and outside. We have outdoor TV and stuff like that. I like to watch that at like 4 o'clock. I love that.
We're broadcasting live here at the pool at Harrahs for the NFL Sunday Splash. Come on down. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is a home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship course or enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. There's lots of new renovations down there. They got that new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with fire pits. They got a brand new sound system, and they got that big outside deck overlooking the 18th green where you can have a wedding. Of course, Great Bay does the weddings. They do the best. They have that award-winning culinary and banquet staff. They customize your menus, and they seat up to 275 people. So book now for a 2023 wedding. Go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. When you get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for me. My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that creep in your mind every time you hear of a storm coming, the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869. Or send Debbie an email, debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Dave Klemic live from the pool at Harrahs right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. It's a big AFC West battle to wrap up Week 5.
They have evolved into a fundraising mecca for the community. Contact them today at 609-232-BEER for your next party.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Dave Klemic, former Kansas City Chief, broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs here for the NFL Experience, NFL Sunday Splash. This is the place to be. Hey, the pool's full. We got people in here. They're playing football. There's football's flying around. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. The Eagles are in Glendale, Arizona to take on the 2-2 Cardinals. The Phillies disposed of the St. Louis Cardinals last night.
They're moving on to Atlanta.
We need to get rid of the Arizona Cardinals, Klemic. That's what we need to do.
It's funny, the Cardinals were both in St. Louis at one time, weren't they? Both
That's right.
Cardinals?
That's right.
Yep.
I think they left in 83, right? Hey, how about Hassan Reddick gets the NFC Player of the Week, right?
He deserves it.
Right? See, you know what? It's so funny. We talk about Philadelphia fans. We just, in the last segment, talking about our arch enemy. It's just our perceived arch enemy. But look how quick the people, after one game, people in this area were getting on Hassan Reddick because he didn't have any sacks or any rushes. The first game against Detroit, and now look at him.
Yeah, that was the thing that when my pop-up was like, what team do you want to sign with? And I was like, don't go to Philadelphia. They're just too tough on their people. I mean, and Hassan Reddick went to Temple, right?
Yeah, he's from Haddon
So
Heights.
And then when they believe in you, they really do get behind you, and they're huge fans. But they're tough.
Yeah, that's what he makes a great point, Mike. With Philadelphia, when they embrace their players, you're beloved. You can walk on water. I mean, look at the guys at the 1980 Phillies team.
Mm-hmm.
They still live in the area. They walk on water.
Yeah, well,
Larry Boa, what I mean?
They're not one of those players that just comes here just for the season and then says bye-bye to clean up the locker and they go back home. These guys they put their families here. They got the kids in the school system. But the best part about a Philly fan, if you play hard, even when you make a mistake, if you just go in front of the camera and say, guys, I didn't have a good game today, and I'll be better next week. That's all a fan wants to hear.
Hey, Mike,
not an excuse.
Look at Alec Baum. Alec Baum was seen lip syncing. I hate this blanket place, right? He owned it after the game in the interview, right? He owned it.
And then you move on.
Can't ask for anything more than that, right, Dave? I mean, being honest and be true to yourself, who you are.
Well, I would say if Dick Vermeil has a place in California, he's from California. He coached the Rams. He coached the Chiefs. He stayed in Philadelphia. He was like, I love this place. I mean, he loves the people. He loves the area. They embraced him. And he always says, I'm going to leave a team on my terms. So he's always out in 5 years. Yeah. He doesn't wait for them to fire him because he's like, eventually they will fire you. So I'm out on my terms.
Dick Vermeil did a great job as an analyst too on ABC he did college football for a long time. I used to love it.
The color playbook, the thing that he set up for color commentary is still the same standard they use that he made up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I did color for SNJ and Prime Events and stuff, and I would look at this is made by Dick Vermeil.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, the locker room and Blitz's Market want to discount your Eagles game day meal during the Eagles season. On game day, get a turkey or Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the locker room. Get down to Blitz's all season long at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Blitz's now has online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Blitz's is home of the dill pickle hoagie. It's really a big deal. And right now we're looking at the Green Bay Packers and the Giants are on the screen or on the TV. And, the Giants making a comeback here, Carlin.
Woo, but we really don't want to see that.
No, right now it's 20-13.
Yeah.
Green Bay has the ball. Let's talk a little bit about Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's.
Do you know what came out big about him this week?
What?
He was really. You were talking about the travel. He really complained about, if we're going over to London, why are we doing this within like 48 hours? Like he wanted to go out like a week before, practice, get settled, see the sights, and then go into the game. And he made some headlines by how he wasn't too happy about going.
A lot of guys are into the sports science now, and this is kind of what I do for a living too. But if you understand the sports science, they have these private coaches too that are going, here's what's best for you as an athlete, and here's what you're doing. And then they're going, if it contradicts and you're that big of a name in the NFL, you start to want to change it so it's better for the player. Now, the team might say, no, this is not good for the team or the NFL, the money. But for the players, they're going to start to complain, and rightfully
do
so.
they bring all the do they bring all the families with them to London? I would imagine they do. Right?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Josh, do you know?
So here's the thing you need to know. So 60% of all teams that get to London early win the London game. That's a stat they had on NFL Network this week. So for Rodgers and also Rasul Douglas, I mean, he had a profanity-laced, thing where he was just dropping F-bombs, being like, this is so stupid. We came out here so late in the week. So the players get it. The players know, but these coaches have this theory that they think that they know more. But as you said, Dave, the players' coaches, they're personal nutritionists. They're saying, hey, man, this is what's best for you. So, how do you bridge that gap between the team people saying one thing and the players' individual doctors or coaches saying something else?
I think they've gotten much better, and especially now you see like these players with the concussions having the doctors on the sidelines and spotting things, that indicators that would seem like counterproductive for a player to be on the field while they got dinged up. Even if they don't have a concussion, if they're showing signs, that's the coaches now listen to the doctors, and I think all the data has shown that the coaches that do it tend to be more successful, and there's not as much of a rift between a player and a coach or the player in the front office, because they're listening to them. They're actually giving them, they're like, okay, we'll listen to the professional instead of going, forget what the professionals say. Be tough, get back out there. And it's just not happening.
But also there need to be some common sense with this. Like at some point,
look at the Tagovailoa thing. I mean, he
that's what I'm saying. Like what happened with Tua, it's like it's common sense, right? Shouldn't someone be like, hey, man, it just might not be a good idea. Like you don't need to be a
yeah, but you got to remember too that these guys are competitors. They want to be.
But you got to protect the athlete from himself.
Because he'll tell you he's fine when he's not fine.
Yeah,
that's what they do. That you're completely right, Billy. Because what you said was they're competitors and they've been taught their entire life to be tough,
right?
And to be, and especially from where he's from in Samoa, they are very tough, and that's all they're about. And they don't care what the doctor says.
But here's another thing too, Josh and Mike. I want you to chime in on this. Guy, this is if you were to tell people this is what could possibly happen, do you still want to play? They're all going to say they still want to play, knowing the risk. They still want.
But there's risk in everything,
right? But all right,
you're more likely to die in a plane crash than you are driving your car. Does that mean you should never fly again? No.
No, but I'm saying, I mean, what do we get to the point where, the risk reward?
No, but it's the idea of, I said, protecting the athlete.
You want to get to a break at some point.
As you guys know, I've covered MMA for over a decade. And one of the things that the refs and the doctors have to do is they have to watch the athlete and say, he's not good. We got to take him out of this fight. He wants to keep it going. He's a warrior, but you got to tell him, dude, your eye is closed shut, or, hey, man, your hand is broken, or your arm is broken, or whatever it may be. As you said, Dave, these guys want to go out there. They want to compete no matter what. It's on the coaches to protect them from themselves.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs here in Atlantic City. The pool's filling up. It's the NFL Sunday Splash. Come on down. This is the place to watch the NFL on Sunday. I want to remind people the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. For more information, they're now accepting social memberships starting at $25 a month. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati of the Mainline, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations. I invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati of the Mainline also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not at the point of a sale, as Maserati of the Mainline offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. or visit them online anytime, MOTML.com. When we return, we'll talk to the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Padula Masonry. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Dave Klemic, broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday, Cardinals, Philly. Who wins? Eagles and Cardinals. Cardinals, Phillies. We'll break both of those games down right here on the Sports Bash. Plus, football at 4. Johnny Mack, Mike McGarry, and more. It's a Cardinal Philadelphia weekend, and we're breaking it all down Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again and again. Calling again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that?
Just under
New or
$230.
used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local.
2 minutes, I see Hartley in the StreamYard.
With 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
It's alive! It's alive!
Sir, he's trying to speak.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Yes, one time down at Springfield Mitsubishi in Atlantic City. Even the new Outlanders with third row seating.
Credit amnesty.
Yes, if you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credits. $25 grand with only one dime down.
1 minute, Hartley is in the StreamYard.
Every vehicle, one dime down.
Acres of vehicles in stock now. And you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Beat that.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
They service all makes and models. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Oh, this is good dip.
That's not dip.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4 dime down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3%.
30 seconds, Hartley is in the StreamYard.
Are you getting up multiple times a night to use the bathroom? As we get older, so do our prostates, and that can mean urinary problems that affect our sleep and quality of life. Life is better outside the bathroom. Real Health's Prostate Complete can help you relieve those annoying and painful prostate symptoms. Available at Walmart or visit realhealth.com for more information and to order yours today. Try it risk-free with our 120-day money-back guarantee. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs for the NFL Sunday Splash. And, of course, people are splashing out there, Carlin. We got a lot of people in the pool enjoying the water, watching the NFL. We got the game Green Bay Packers and the Giants from London.
Packers are driving here. We need them to score.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Every Sunday this time, we talk fantasy football with the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. Now, Carlin, I'm in 2 leagues. And you're in 1. You're 3-1 in your league, right?
I'm 3-1.
That's right. You beat me last week. Is that what it was? You
Yes,
beat me
I
last
did.
week? Okay. And then, of course, look, I'm in the Playland League, and Brian Hartley's in first place.
He should
He
be.
should be, right? He's a
Should
guru,
be.
right? All right.
Yes.
Let's go to the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Padula Masonry. Ron Padula has been in business for 25 years. With his experience, when you choose Padula Masonry to do the complete project, you're choosing peace of mind. Foundations, concrete, bricks, stone, stucco, pavers, and more. You name it. If it has cement, they do it. That's Padula Masonry. Give them a call at 609-399-8009 or check out the website at padulamasonry.com. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room my fantasy football guru and yours, Brian Hartley. Good morning, Guru.
What's up, guys? How we doing? I do need Rodgers on this drive to get another touchdown for me. So.
He just got sacked.
I was really hoping for one right before halftime there, but it didn't work out.
Now, Guru, I have a bone to pick with you. Who's trying to make these trades in our league? What are you doing, bribing people or something?
No bribes. Hey, man, I got rid of 3 guys on my bench. Able to pick up Mark Chase weeks. Happy about that in first place. And when you can make a move that makes that team better, we'll see what happens. As long as there's no injuries, I like my chances this year.
So he made a move, and everybody in the league was all up in arms because it was a steal.
He
was on top of it.
That's why you are who you are.
Of course, you guys went to high school together, right? You and Dave Klemic?
Yeah, I told my brother that story, and I told my mom. They were dying laughing. That my brother was the first person ever to steal backwards from second to first. Dude, they were cracking up.
Coaching first base, and I'm just looking at him like, what are you doing?
If you know him, that was par for the course.
Yeah.
All right, fantasy football guru. So I know you're a big Denver Broncos fan. Before we get into your fantasy football picks, and of course I just lost them.
I'm talking about the Broncos.
Yeah, well, what's going on with your boy Russell Wilson?
That game the other night was the hardest game I think I've watched in a long, long time. I don't know. I mean, I know it's been reported he went to L.A., got an injection in his shoulder, and apparently he's dealing with a little tear there in his arm. So it's interesting he's going to play through it. Last year, Dak Prescott had the same injury. He sat out for a month, no throwing at all to give that some time to heal. So curious to see, I don't know if Wilson just feels like because of that contract and everything else, he's got a heavier burden to carry. But if he's truly got an injury, then they might have to sit him down and give him a rest. But right now, that offense is about as inept as any in the league. They just cannot score, particularly in the red zone. I think about 21% or something in the red zone. It's just been awful to watch.
I know, during the when we drafted, I drafted 5 Eagles, and everybody was laughing at me. Obviously, it hasn't worked out. I'm 1-3 in that league. But look, I've got A.J. Brown. I've got Jalen Hurts. I've got Goddard. These guys are all producing.
Yeah.
How come I'm not winning games, Hartley?
Because, again, you get so much of those guys in the game. He can only, if he's going to throw the ball. He can't constantly, you should be world half an hour, whether it's
All right, it's week 5 in the NFL. Fantasy football guru, give us your starters for today. Who are you looking at?
Yeah, so today I like Rodgers in this early game. He's already got 2 touchdowns in the first half. I like Cousins going against Chicago. Derek Carr going against Kansas. A lot of points in that game. I like Miles Sanders again, who had a great game last year. Going to hit another home run tonight. Get against Arizona late game. And Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift going against England. Another great. At wide receiver, Chris Godwin against Atlanta. I like a lot against Seattle and Rock against Washington. Those are my picks for week 5.
All right, Brian, we're having a bad connection here, but I want to try to get the guru. The Eagles play in Arizona, 4:25 kickoff. Guru, Jalen Hurts playing some great football right now. What do you think is going to happen today? How How do you see this game shaking out?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, they're on a roll. They had every reason to roll over last week, down 14. They came back and they had a great game, and they put again. I'm going to keep today 30-4.
Say that. I missed that. What's the score?
Yeah, wrap it up.
24 Eagles.
All right.
30-24, he says.
All right. There he is, the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you next week.
No problem, guys. Go Mustangs.
There's the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Padula Masonry. Ron Padula has been in business for 25 years. With his experience, when you choose Padula Masonry to do and complete your project, you're choosing peace of mind. Foundations, concrete, brick, stone, stucco, pavers, and more. You name it. If it has cement, they do it. That's Padula Masonry. Give them a call at 609-399-8009 or check out the website at padulamasonry.com. I want to remind people the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home in the 3-hour and 58-minute round. They've got a lot of new renovations there. They got that new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with fire pits. They have a great new sound system there. And, of course, the Pro Shop has new apparel lines, including Fairway and Green, Stitch, Johnny O, and Doc Murphy. They do weddings, and this is what they specialize in, weddings. They seat up to 275 people. They have an award-winning culinary banquet staff. They customize your menus. So book now for a 2023 wedding. Go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here as we broadcast live from the pool at Harrahs in Atlantic City for the NFL Sunday Splash. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, former Kansas City Chief Dave Klemic, right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles continue the 2022 season today in Arizona against the Cardinals.
He's firing, and it is intercepted! Eagles pick it up!
Pre-game coverage starts at 3 p.m. with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Red's. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272.
Under 2 minutes.
That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272. 2272 or RedsJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
Robots. They keep our house clean. They deliver our packages. But did you know they can even assist in surgery? Atlanticare's minimally invasive robotic surgery program isn't futuristic. Our surgeons are using the most advanced technology to improve patients' lives today. And they perform more robotic procedures than anyone else in southeastern New Jersey. See how we're getting patients back to life faster with less pain and smaller scars. Visit Atlanticare.org/robotics.
Embark on a journey of romance this season at Banana Republic Factory with 50% off everything. Discover elegant tailoring, timeless outerwear, fall fabrics, and beyond, starting at $24.99. Find your nearest store or shop online only at Banana Republic Factory.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter,
Billy was
is
just
the next
in and he
evolution
dropped.
in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe
30
through
seconds.
your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7
Fly,
stars,
Eagles,
saying,
fly,
"Best
and then
product
you
I've
guys."
ever used, and amazing. I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less. But the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Guru's score was 30-24. Grayson's score was 34-17. You're not on yet, knucklehead.
Dave Klemic is here with us. And this is the place to be. Carlin.
People are piling into this place. And you know what's nice about the pool, too? It looks like the sun is just coming right through.
Yeah, right?
You know, it almost looks like you're outside, but you're inside. It's
With the
82
breeze
degrees.
on us, it feels like you're at the beach.
They got over 30 big screen TVs here. They got 2 gigantic screens on either end of the pool. And, of course, they have the full buffet tailgate for the pregame, halftime, and the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games. And, of course, Carlin, they got other stuff.
They got
here,
restaurants, literally a 2-second walk as soon as you walk outside. You got Guy Fieri's got a burger bar. And no, I'm sorry, guys got the chicken. Bobby Flay's got a burger bar. You got Gordon Ramsay's here. You got McCormick and Schmidt. You got 2 different big bars here. You got hot tubs here. You got the main pool. I mean, this literally is the place to go. If you can't be here today, you want to be here the next 2 weeks when we're here.
And, of course, on our Saturday show, we give away 10 pairs of tickets to attend the pool and get people to come down and participate and enjoy this area. This is great. They got a jacuzzi, they got –
look around. You got Ravens fans here. You got Jets fans here. You got Raiders fans here. I mean, naturally, you had our Eagles. But this is an NFL place that you can come and enjoy, meet new friends, and really have a good time.
NFL Sunday Splash at the pool at Harrahs every Sunday. We're going to be here for the next 3 weeks today and the next 2 weeks after that. We're always here for the
1 o'clock games.
Let's talk a little bit about today's game again before we sign off. I want to get everybody's prediction. Dave, what are you looking for with the Eagles? I mean, you know, we looked at the rankings of the Cardinals. We established that they're a mediocre team,
an average team
on the stat.
Yeah.
But obviously,
you
never know, right? And any given Sunday, anything can happen. You know, you look at the rankings, where they do the best is against the run. Okay, they're they're 5th best team in defense stopping the rush.
Yeah, they're super balanced on offense, and I think I don't see them not scoring a touchdown every quarter. At least, you know, the way that we're producing on offense, and the way that Jalen Hurts hits his receivers and spreads the ball out. So I'm seeing that, you know, it's going to be a higher scoring game offensively, and we like to use the sword more than we use the shield. I think that's another Vermeelism. So then we end up scoring every quarter. So there's going to at least be that. And then, you know, and then some. Pretty sure we're going to score over 30 points in that one. And we're going to, our defensive just looks awesome. And the thing why there's so many interceptions is because we have such high pressure from Hassan Reddick and Fletcher Cox and everything, hitting the quarterback so many times, it makes them make bad decisions, and the ball is just floating out there for them to have easy picks.
So what do you say, Dave? Give us a prediction.
31-21.
31-21. Dave Klemic, 31-21 Eagles. That's a good one. I want to talk about the strength of the schedule. They lost. The Arizona Cardinals lost to the Chiefs. They beat the Raiders. They lost to the Rams. All right, and then they beat the Carolina in Carolina.
Correct.
So we haven't really played. We haven't really played anybody. I mean, all the teams that we played so far have had losing records. But
would you say they've had a harder schedule so far? Those 4 teams.
I think Arizona's had a tougher schedule. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they play.
Does that come into your fact that you're figuring on?
No, not for me. It really doesn't. If they were 4-0, then I'd say they're beating good teams.
Right.
But with what I've seen and with the injuries that they have, this team doesn't scare me. Usually, you're playing against a team that really has someone that scares you, that's going to rush the ball, or a wide receiver. They have neither, and I'm not so sure that their quarterback is the guy that he was even last year. I haven't seen it this year.
Let Josh jump in here. He's got something to say.
I was going to say there's a problem with your premise, though, because when you face the Vikings had just smashed the Packers.
Right.
And the theory was, they have Justin Jefferson. They have Thielen.
I wasn't saying
they have all this talent, Dalvin Cook. So then you face the Jags. When you face the Jags, at the time, Jacksonville led the AFC South. So when you face those teams, they were in good position. Remember, the Jags just went out to Los Angeles and destroyed the Chargers. Yeah. So just because a team has a losing record after you played them doesn't diminish who they were the day you played them.
All right, Mike Carlin, it's your turn to make a pick. How do you see this game shaking out?
I see this game. I think it's over by halftime, to be honest with you. I see a final score of 30-17.
30-17.
And I could see us having maybe even 30 at halftime. It just, again, second half, we just want to get through this. We have this game under control. We just don't want to get hurt. And if they score a touchdown late to make it 17, we'll give it to them.
All right, we got the PT back in the studio. Pete Thompson. I know Pete Thompson, he wants to jump in with his pick. Pete, what do you think about this game today?
Well, Mike's saying that nobody scares him. Kyler Murray still worries me. I think he's going to be the quarterback that's going to give the Eagles the most trouble so far this season because he's kind of like what Hurts is. You're not sure if he's going to throw it, if he's going to run it. He's such an improviser. He's so good at extending plays. There's a lot of me that wants to say, yeah, no problem. This will be easy. But then there's a part of me that worries that they might be looking ahead to the Cowboys and worries that the Cardinals find a way to make this close. I'm going with 28-24 Eagles.
Wow, you have it a 4-point game, 28-24. Oh man, that's a close game. Josh, why don't you give us your prediction? I'm sure you did it on the sports game night. On your program.
Yeah, game night every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN. Thanks for the plug, Billy. So my premise is that I think Cliff Kingsbury, the head coach of the Cardinals, is very uncreative. I don't think he's a very good play caller. I think there's a lot of times that, as a coach, you got to coach guys open. And I think he does a horrible job at that. And Murray goes to, for example, Zach Ertz a lot because of the fact that Ertz is basically the safety valve. The other receivers not getting open.
By the way, just to let you know, Kingsbury is 6-0 against teams from the NFC East.
That's nice.
Since 2019.
How many playoff wins does he have?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, Josh.
Sirianni's got more playoff wins than Kingsbury does. Kingsbury also had a losing record as a college coach. Let's not forget that, all right? He literally is here because he had a cup of coffee with Sean McVay, and he looks good on television. That's why he's the coach of the Cardinals.
All right, so give us a score, Josh.
I think the Eagles win 31-17. I think Kyler Murray has a little second-half magic, but at the end of the game, I think the Eagles are just the better football team with the better coaching staff, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jonathan Gannon straight-up out-coaches Kingsbury.
I like that. I mean, everybody's picking every day, every week, Dave, so far this year, for the first 4 games, everybody's picked the Eagles to win. And I always get nervous when everybody picks.
That's because you're superstitious. You're like Stevie Wonder over here.
I get nervous when everybody picks, but I'm almost afraid to go the other way. I mean, I truly believe that the Eagles are going to win this game. Hey, it looks like the Giants just scored.
You hear there's Giants fans here.
Giants fans here at the pool.
The Giants
Harrahs.
fans here. Good for
They
you.
just tie it up. They should go for 2, right?
No, go for 1. 10 minutes left. Go for 1.
But I do get a little nervous when everybody goes the other way. But I do feel that this team is really prepared. I think they love the coach. They're playing for the coach. When you run through a wall for you would run through a wall for Dick Vermeil, right, Dave?
I think that was what his magic was, that he'd make you play over your contract.
Right.
And everyone says the same thing. They're like, I don't care what my contract says. I'm going harder. Some people just play to the number and that's it.
Right.
And they know it.
Is that subconsciously or is that consciously? Do you think
psychology is, if I care about you so much that it's hard for you not to care about me, and then our goals kind of align.
So Mike, you read in the newspaper that Robbie Thompson, the Phillies manager, the guys love him. The guys love Nick Sirianni.
I am so glad you brought this up.
Why?
Because I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Go ahead.
Do we sign him now? What are we waiting for?
Well, yeah.
Why don't we sign him to a new contract?
Why are they waiting for it?
Think about it. If he's got the locker room, and now we're going into like a little oomph. Hey, coach, the players know, you'll know, you're part of it. You're moving forward. What are we waiting?
But all right. So getting back to my point, like, does the coach caring about the players like Dick Vermeil with his guys, is that enough to put them to keep this going?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And they love this guy.
Yeah, they love Nick Sirianni.
Nick to me is almost like a college coach. He just happens to be coaching the Eagles. But again, don't lose who he's coaching.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a great team to coach.
Yep, he does. And the thing that they say is, though, where you get them is people don't care what you know until they know that you care. And now the players know. That's a coach for Mills. I'll quote him, Hall. Right. I should write a book. And then his players know that he cares now at this point, and now his X's and O's are not just X's and O's. Or he speaks to Jackson Joe's, and he's got the X's and O's down pretty good too.
Well, I think the Eagles are a 5-point favorite, right? 5.5, I believe the line is still. And all right, so I'm looking at all the scores, and I'm gonna go 28-16. 28-16, the Eagles win the game today.
Very good.
28-16.
Yeah. We're all right about there except Pete.
What do you think, Mike? 5-0 after today?
5-0, yes. We should be.
I mean, could you imagine this whole area? I mean, I know like it's good for business when our local teams are winning. We get the Phillies winning. They sweep the Cardinals. The Eagles, if they can beat the Cardinals today at 425, this whole week coming up is going to be phenomenal.
You know, we got to throw something out today.
The scores are on the bottom of the screen.
We have a lot of Giants fans, it sounds like, in here when they scored. Giants fans, get ready. December 11th. Then we'll see how much talk we get from you. And then January 8th, we'll see what we get from you.
I don't know. Do the Giants fans still have faith in Daniel Jones? I mean, he is playing pretty well.
He is.
But he's had a lot of they didn't resign. I mean, they didn't extend his contract.
I will tell you again, it's not about Jones. It's about the head coach being a good ball coach. You went from a buffoon to a real ball coach. They actually had 2 buffoons. They had Joe Judge and
but they
Ben
didn't show
McAdoo.
any. But the management, the upper management, didn't show any confidence.
They don't
in
need
Daniel Jones, but they didn't sign him.
This is a deep quarterback class coming up. You can draft one of those guys. There's going to be like 6 dudes in the class next year.
All right, Dave. When people tell you can't do something as a competitor, you want to do it, right?
That's my favorite motivation. 100%. So my mom would tell me, I don't think you could jump up and touch the rim right there. I go, what? And, it is a great motivator.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the pool at Harrahs. It's been a great 2 hours. But you got to come down to the pool at Harrahs for the NFL Sunday Splash. This is the place to be. They have the big screen TVs. There's 30 of them, 2 big screens at either end of the pool. This is the place to be. Thanks for
30 seconds.
Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Come on down to the pool. They got great buffet. They got
restaurants or the bars. You can bet on the game. It's a one-stop
15
right here at the pool. It's 82 degrees. The water's 82. It's great people. And you don't have to just be an Eagles
10.
fan. You just be an NFL fan.
All right. Let's go, Birds.
5.
Let's go, Birds. 5-0 after today.
All right. We'll see you next week, everybody.
It's alive! It's alive! Sir, he's trying to speak. It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Yes, one time down at Springfield Mitsubishi in Atlantic City. Even the new Outlanders with third row seating.
Credit amnesty.
Yes, if you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit. $25 grand with only one dime down.
Hey, now this is a